I still have panic attacks now.
Speaking to us anonymously, this disabled mum of two who we're calling Claire says she never imagined she'd find herself facing criminal prosecution. Her ex-partner had controlled their finances and didn't tell her he wasn't paying their bills. Not long after he was jailed for domestic violence, someone knocked on her door asking why she hadn't bought a TV licence.
A week after, I got a letter saying that I was going to get prosecuted.
She couldn't afford to send off for the paperwork that would prove her domestic situation, and with just 21 days to respond, she felt she had to plead guilty.
It's terrifying because, like, all you think is, well, if I don't pay this, are they going to put me in prison? And I've got 2 kids.
Under the Conservative government, various reviews looked into decriminalising non-payment of the TV licence fee and came to nothing. While some newspapers have recently claimed Labour intends to scrap licence fee prosecutions, Sky News understands that's not the case. Officially, all that's being said for now is that ahead of the next charter review, the government isn't ruling out making changes to how non-payment is enforced, but says it'll consult widely before making a decision.
The licence fee has, of course, always been the corporation's bread and butter. But given that 500,000 households cancelled theirs last year, there are some fundamental questions as to the sustainability of the current system. Questions that are making it increasingly hard for the bosses to justify still treating non-payment as a prosecutable offence when there arguably might be better ways to collect their cash without criminalising people like Claire.
TV licence prosecutions are dealt with via a system called the Single Justice Procedure. SJPs are basically a fast-track route through the justice system. Almost 31,000 people were prosecuted for the offence last year, and a disproportionate number of which, just over 73%, were women. The vast majority of cases processed by a single magistrate in private and without a hearing. And because of the way the system is designed, letters from defendants often go unread by prosecutors. Even the Magistrates Association says the system has flaws.
We're not talking here about throwing the whole system out, but the TV Licensing Authority should have to see all pleas and mitigations from defendants before those cases come before magistrates. And that will give the authority the opportunity to decide to withdraw those cases if they believe it isn't in the public interest to pursue them.
The SJP system itself was designed to fix delays, brought in because it's efficient and effective. But fast doesn't always equate to fair when people like Claire feel they have no option but to plead guilty. TV licensing says prosecution is always a last resort and that they've the ability to overturn a conviction and intend to contact Claire to review what happened.
All evidence is evidence, so if this person is, is vulnerable in any sort of way, like, they should look into that.
A single mother criminalised and now using her universal credit to pay a fine which she arguably shouldn't have been prosecuted for in the first place. Katie Spencer, Sky News.